Welcome to Kristen Kelly TV. So today I'm going to be doing a requested video. I had someone, a subscriber named Troy CTV, who, thank you so much for your suggestion, asked if I could do the boyfriend tag, which I had actually never heard of the boyfriend tag before. So they actually left me that question today, or that comment today, and then I was like, you know what, sure. We were going to go to Disneyland, but then we ended up not going, so I already had makeup done. I was like, you know what, let's just film this. So if you would please help me give a round of applause to my boyfriend.
Hey! Hey, how's it going, everybody? Oh my gosh, what a treat. I've wanted to be on your show for so long.
Thank you for being here.
You're welcome.
This is Dave Beresford, my boyfriend.
Hey everybody, nice to meet you.
Is your head being cut off?
Oh, I mean, it's huge. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I'll shrink down a little bit.
Okay, cool. So we're going to be doing the boyfriend tag. So these are questions, and we haven't looked at these questions before. Okay, so the first question is, where did you meet?
Let me see here. We met, well, the first time I met you was at...
You might want to take off your glasses, because you might be getting
getting reflection?
Yeah.
Sometimes the baby blues, though, without the glasses, it's a little too much for the audience there.
Gotta rub it in.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta rub it in.
One night, a good friend of mine, Colleen, we did karaoke, and she was talking about Kristen. Kristen came over there, and I didn't really talk with her the first night we met, because I understand I was eating a lot of Irish nachos, which are like nachos with potato skins.
Yeah, so the first time we met was Barney's Beanery.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so what was your first date?
Oh gosh, let me see. Well, it's kind of funny because we were actually like best friends before we actually became boyfriend and girlfriend.
BFFs.
BFFs. I don't know. Remember there was the karaoke competition in Vegas.
Yeah, but we were just friends then.
I don't
know. It's hard to say because we knew each other. We were such good friends for so long and hung out so much.
Mm-hmm.
What was our first date? Like our first official date. I mean, we'd gone on trips together. We'd been to Vegas together before.
Mm-hmm. Just as friends.
You know what? I have it. Okay, so we were just friends at this time. But I have this really, actually the office chair, the white office chair that I use when I'm in my office, I got that at Marshall's, and that was like $100 chair that I paid $100, but it was really like a $400 chair, and I knew that. So I saw it and I was like, oh my God, I want that. But I have a BMW Z4, so I was like, who do I know that has a truck? So I even wrote on Facebook and I was like, does anybody have a truck? And my friend Colleen was like, hey, Dave has a truck.
That's this guy.
So I was like, hey, do you mind helping me get this chair, and I'll treat you to lunch. So I treated us to lunch at Soup Plantation.
It was delicious.
I mean, we were still friends, but that was the first time we ever ate a meal together.
Yeah, it was a great meal. And we became, then we kind of became like workout partners at that point. We went to the same gym.
Mm-hmm.
Which is cool.
Okay, what was your first impression of me? You can be honest.
I was taking it all in. Well, first of all, she was gorgeous. Like, I was like, oh my God, she's like, so beautiful.
Thank you.
And then I don't know, she was just like so good looking. But the thing was she just had such a fun personality. Like, even hanging out with her within 10 minutes, I was like, I love hanging out with this girl.
I can remember we went out and I was wearing a tutu, and he was like, this girl was wearing a tutu. This girl was wearing a tutu, and it's awesome.
Yeah, I thought that was really
What
cool.
was my first impression of you? So my first impression of Dave was, he was hanging out with my friend Colleen, and my friend Colleen was 21 at the time. And I just remember thinking, who is this guy who is in his 30s hanging out with my 21-year-old friend? So I thought that Dave just had bad intentions, because I was like, what straight guy is good friends with a 21-year-old girl? But then when I got to when I got to know him, I knew that he really was a good guy. Mm-hmm. So maybe my first impression of you after getting to kind of know you for a while was that you were amazing, that you were fun and sweet and nice and a good human being.
Thank you.
Okay, when did you meet the family?
Oh gosh. When we first met to Boston, It's funny because neither of our parents have like flown to California to see us for various reasons. Like, well, I think neither of our moms will actually fly anymore.
And both of our moms are named Marilyn.
Yes. Once we figured that out, I could just hear like an actual like spark, like ding.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, there's a girl.
Like angels were like, both are named Marilyn, and both their middle names start with a J.
Yeah. When you put your finger around a wine glass and you're, like I heard that. But when I got to meet her family first, which was pretty cool. We went to Boston, and actually before that, I had kind of like a relationship with your dad over the phone. Her dad's a very creative guy.
And my mom, my mom would say "I love you" on the phone to Dave, which was like so weird because she'd be like, "Okay, love you, honey," and she'd be like, "Love you, Dave."
I'd be like, "Love you, Marilyn."
I was like, "That's so weird." I was like, "My mom just say love you to you." My mom says "I love you" to Dave every time she talks to him. She's like, "Okay, love you, Dave, love you." Like I feel like my mom wants to date Dave, but she's like, has been married to my dad for like ever. But
her mom is so cool. Her dad is so awesome, so creative. Like that guy, he'll have an idea for a movie and he'll tell it to you like the entire 120 minutes of the movie.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh my god, he's just so creative and smart.
He plays the guitar and he sings. My dad does a lot.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Okay, so that was probably how long into us dating do you think that was that you met my family?
It must have been over a year, I'd say.
Okay. And then I met Dave's family after that, but I already like kind of knew them from like social media and whatnot.
Same kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay. Do I have any weird obsessions? If so, what?
Are you asking like me?
Yeah. Do I have any weird obsessions?
Let me see here. I think every time we like leave the house, she always wants to make sure that the top and the bottom lock are locked, which kind of drives me a little crazy because if the top lock is locked, there's no way anybody can get in. Like, I feel like it's scientifically proven.
And I think
like the bottom lock, I feel is like during a daytime lock.
You have two locks, you should lock them so that your house isn't broken into and your dogs aren't killed. I could just like imagine Mochi and Yuki being used for like bait dogs, with like pit bulls for like those like dog fighting. I can just imagine Mochi and Yuki being like the dogs just tearing them apart, and then I'm like, why did this happen? And it's because both the locks weren't locked.
I mean it's a good obsession to have because it's security, it's important. But every time we like leave the house, like I'll literally like lock both of them. Then she'll ask me a couple times, and then she'll go up and physically like check herself. Right. It's really cute.
Yeah, it's kind of like OCD-ish, kind of. But
yeah.
I just really want to make sure that our house is safe. Mm-hmm. Okay. Any weird obsessions that you have? I don't know if I would say you have any like weird obsessions.
Yoga?
I mean, you don't like when you eat and I look at you?
I hate that.
Like, because he feels like I stare at him. But I also, I eat, like, small portions. So I'll, like, if I get a big meal, I'll have, like, a really tiny amount. And my stomach just gets fuller. So I get full really easily. And I also drink a lot of water. So I just, like, get full. So then I'll be sitting there. And I'll just stare at him because I have nothing else to stare at. And he gets uncomfortable.
I think, yes, I do. Absolutely. I think, from, I used to be, like, a lot heavier. And I remember just being very uncomfortable, like, even eating like in public. And then,
do you want to tell them about your weight loss?
Sure. Well, yeah, I used to weigh 450 pounds, which, was a lot of weight to carry around. When you're that much, you don't even want to like go in, eat in a restaurant. You don't want anyone to see you. They kind of like look at you and point at you and, or at least in your head, you think everybody's like looking at you and pointing at you.
They probably were, yeah.
Well,
I mean, people are horrible.
They are. But, so anyways, whenever we go out to eat anywhere, I'll make sure that we kind of sit side by side so I don't have to like look directly at her and she doesn't have to view me.
How long have we been together?
We've been together since, Halloween? We're coming up on 3 years this Halloween.
Are we? I thought we were together 4 years. I don't know. It's kind of difficult because of the fact that we started dating and then but we'd already been friends, and then we like immediately lived together. So yeah, I don't know, 3-4 years. I don't know. It doesn't feel like I'm not like counting. You know, I feel like a lot of people are like, my 4-month anniversary, my 6-month anniversary, my 2-year anniversary. I just have never.
It's a lot of presents.
Yeah, we just like don't really like count. You know, we're just kind of like, oh, that's cool. I don't know.
Yeah. How many questions? I thought there was gonna be like 2 questions.
No, there's like 30.
Oh my god. Okay, I'll try to wrap up my answers quicker.
Yeah. Do you have? Wait, what is it? Oh, do you have a tradition with your boyfriend, girlfriend? Like, do we have a tradition?
Well, we got Disneyland now.
Yeah, we love Disneyland.
You know, we got the annual passes. We love, you know, we love to have fun. You know, now kind of going to Boston is a tradition. Yeah. You know.
What was our first road trip? Vegas. We went to Vegas because Dave has an amazing singing voice, and he was in a karaoke contest. And my friend Amber, different Amber than you guys know, my friend Amber and Dave and I, we went on like a road trip there.
That was awesome.
What was the first thing you noticed about me?
I think we kind of had that one earlier, but let me shoot for those beautiful hazel eyes.
Oh, thank you. You know, honestly, I think the first thing I noticed about you was that you were eating those potato fries or whatever. Yeah,
Irish nachos. You know, and I'm eating them, and I'm like, I look in the corner of my eye, I'm like, well, here's this beautiful girl, like, she'll never give me the time of day, so I'm just gonna, you know, hone in on these.
Okay, this is a question for you to answer for me.
Yeah.
What is my favorite restaurant?
Okay, well, it's V Station.
V Station, it's this vegetarian place. Well, it's vegan. It's a vegan place that I love. Like, I could eat everything from there. I like love all their food. Just talking about it makes me want to go there.
I don't care if you're vegetarian, not vegetarian. They just make delicious food.
Like vegan. There's no like cheese or milk or anything too.
Yeah. What's my favorite restaurant?
Chipotle. It used to be. He used to love Chipotle. Yeah. Paquito Mas.
Maybe, I don't know. Let's skip that. I love everything.
Oh, the Earls of Sandwich place.
There you go.
There's an Earl of Sandwich place at Disneyland that he loves.
There you go.
What do we argue about the most?
Let me see here. Argue about
probably the education of our kids. Yuki and Mochi's education.
I would say that. I
want Yuki to attend Vassar. Dave wants Yuki to attend Yale.
That's true. I think you know, she has low expectations for it.
And then our son Mochi, he's a 3-year-old Yorkie, and I think that he should go to space camp this summer.
Yeah.
Dave's against it.
I think he should focus on his guitar. That's me. I'm from Seattle.
Yep. But other than the education of our dogs, Yuki and Mochi, our children, dude, I don't know. Is there anything to really argue about? You know what? I do have an answer for this. We argue about things that are miscommunicated because a lot of times I'll say something to Dave and he'll say yes to me, but he really is like not paying attention to me.
Why is that?
Because normally I ask him at times that he's working or he's doing something, so I understand why he does that. But I think that is really the main reason why we get into fights is because I'll say something to him and then he'll agree with me, but not really hear me, so he isn't really agreeing with me. And then later on I'll be like, oh, like even this video, I was like, hey, can we film this video tonight after dinner? And he's like, oh yeah. And then we came back and I was like, are we gonna film this video? And he was like, oh, I didn't know we were gonna film it tonight. But then we filmed it, but it's fine. I don't know, do you think there's something different that we argue about?
All right, yeah, we were just cut off, but yeah, the one thing that we do kind of argue about is a lot of times we'll put on like a movie or something or a TV show and I'll fall asleep. And then all of a sudden I wake up at like 6 in the morning and she's like 8 episodes into a show that we just watched the pilot to. And I'm just like, oh my God, like, you know, and this girl right here will not watch anything twice.
You know, if it's
Ever.
something that's really good, then I'll watch it again. Like the movie Clue. Love the movie Clue. Watch it a million times. But it's like so much of the stuff that's out nowadays is so stupid that it's like painful to watch it again. Who wears the pants in our relationship?
I'd say each of us has a leg in there.
I'd say I wear the pants.
Yeah? Why is that?
Because I just feel that I have a stronger personality.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying you don't have a strong personality, but I feel like I'm really the one who's more dominant. Like I feel like if I say like we're gonna do this, like we're gonna do something, I also feel like you want to please me a lot because you know how hot tempered I am, and so I think that you not cave, but I think that you'll cater to me because you don't want to deal with my craziness.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that, you know, even like with the dogs, I feel like I'm more of the disciplinarian.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. If I'm watching TV, what am I watching?
Oh, her?
Me.
She's watching YouTube videos on her YouTube of makeup. She's watching Nikki tutorials, or she's watching the Swamp Gang, or who's the one that breathes kind of heavily?
I don't know.
But I don't know. There's some. I'm kind of an audio freak, so when she watches, I don't know. I don't want to criticize other people's videos, but shitty audio like drives me crazy. Like it's just like, what? Especially if you're making millions of dollars on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's like, buy a field recorder for $200 and a shotgun mic.
Yeah, we're not making any money on YouTube. Like seriously, look at my views. And we have great audio and great like lighting and stuff. So it's just crazy, you know. I like making YouTube videos not for the money, clearly because I'm not making any. I like making YouTube videos because of my passion for doing this and connecting with people. But yeah, like if you're making all of that money, you can afford a little bit of equipment.
Yeah, or just a mic.
I mean, I've paid so much money for lighting equipment and for like everything for my YouTube channel that it's so crazy because I mean, I haven't made like a quarter of that back. But I'm just saying. Okay. Oh, wait, what was that question?
That was, what are you watching on TV?
Watching? Okay, so what are you watching? I would say that you would be watching lynda.com tutorials because that's who you work for, so you're constantly editing those videos.
I am. That's good. I didn't never thought about that. How many tutorials I'm watching? Either that or I'm watching Step Brothers again and again and again.
What is one food I don't like?
You? Oh, I'd say pork.
Yeah, meat in general, no.
Yeah, but definitely pork.
Okay, what? Well, because pigs are so adorable and cute.
Yeah, and they're smart.
Yeah, and the thought of eating them is like just disgusting to me.
Yeah.
Okay, so for you, what is one food you will not like? Cilantro.
Yeah.
Dave hates cilantro.
Can we just not talk about this? Can we just move along?
I like.
Whenever you say that, I taste it in my mouth. I'm like,
I've never even heard of anyone like not liking cilantro, or
look
like,
it up.
or of it being like disgusting for some people. Like, he like genuinely like we ordered something and I was like, oh, I love the cilantro on this, and he freaked out. He's like, okay, cilantro. Like it just
it tastes like soap to me.
To me, it tastes yummy. I don't know. I looked it up. Okay, yeah, if you look it up, there's some people that like can't eat it. I don't know. What drink do I order when we go out to eat?
Well, if it, all right, well, I guess it depends on which place it's at. If it's like a fancy place or like a bar, it's always a Tito's and soda with a lime.
I love Tito's and soda.
Yeah, if it's over at, like if we're getting like Mexican food or something, it's always a Corona, like with a lime. She loves that.
Dave's drink of choice is a margarita, if we're at like a Mexican place or whatnot, or he also will drink like a Tito's, but it's a Tito's and orange juice. So it's for Dave, it's a screwdriver or it's a margarita.
And what do I get at Starbucks?
And at Starbucks he gets an Americano.
And I have the most amazing coffee machine that she and her mom gave to me. Like it's just life-changing. The people at Starbucks...
Like a Christmas present.
Yeah, the people at Starbucks, they were like, oh my God, we haven't seen you in ages. And in my head, I'm like, well, it's because I got a coffee machine from her that's better than anything here.
What size... Well, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
What size shoe do I wear?
8.5. Comfortably.
Thank you. Actually, I wore like a 7.5, like my whole life, and then I started wearing an 8, and then recently, the last like year and a half, I changed to an 8.5, and it has made my life so much better. I don't know why. I just like always associated small feet with being like more feminine and pretty. As soon as I changed to an 8.5 from an 8, is like my life like an 8.5. Like I fit into an 8. But like really comfortably, and like I can wear it all day at 8.5 because your foot like swells throughout the day. It took me a long time to discover to go a half size bigger. So I wear an 8.5 and I'm so comfortable with it.
Dude, it's just been a lot happier. I remember you squeeze on like some 8s or 7. I don't know. You had some like shoes that were like British or something, and oh my god, it just looks so painful. Oh, shoe size.
11
No.
and a half?
No.
12?
Yay, she got
12.
it.
Yeah, I bought him.
I'll edit this so it sounds like you got it the first time.
I bought him a bunch of I want you guys to know that I normally edit all of my videos. Dave edits like some of them and like helps me with stuff because he's like an actual editor, but I've been learning and I'm very proud of myself.
I fix everything after she edits it.
What? That's not true. But he has taught me a lot. Like every day I learn more. Every video that I edit, I learn more. Okay. What is my favorite kind of sandwich?
Okay. This girl right here, favorite sandwich is going to be an Italian sub from Jersey Mike's.
I used to love
Mike's
that.
Way.
I used to love that, but I don't. I try my hardest not to eat meat.
Yeah. That doesn't change what you used to love.
That does not change what I used to love. I used to love that sandwich more than anything in the world.
And what did you get with it as extra on the side?
A side of oil that I would dip into, and I would dip my chips into it too. It was crazy.
This girl loves sauces and oils more than anybody I've ever met.
Loves sauces.
Loves it.
Also, I mean, you know, it's really hard for me not to eat cheese. Like I'm trying my absolute hardest to be vegan. I try every single day. It's like a struggle every single day. It's like, okay, I'm not gonna do this, I'm not gonna do that. And for the most part, I'm really good. For the most part, I am great, and I'm very proud of myself. However, I love cheese, and I miss cheese. I miss grilled cheese sandwiches more than anything. Okay, what is your favorite type of sandwich?
Oh my god. I mean, there's just so many.
Turkey? BLT?
No.
I don't know. What is it?
I mean, it's pretty much, it's like a Wheel of Fortune wheel, and there's a sandwich in every one. Those are my favorites. Everyone on the wheel.
What is one talent I have?
You want me to answer this?
Yes.
Okay. Let me see here. She has a very good memory. Like as far as like if she has like a script or something she needs to memorize for a commercial audition or a movie or something. Like she reads it once and she knows it.
Thank you.
And she is an amazing tap dancer.
Thank you. You are an amazing singer. Dave has an amazing singing voice, and he can play the guitar beautifully. I mean, honestly, there's like a lot that Dave can do. He also can speak Japanese fluently.
Hai, iie dekimasen. Watashi no kasugo wa 5 nin desu.
Watashi wa Kristen Kelly desu.
Hai. Biru o itadakimasu. You know how you say ice cream in Japanese? Aisu krimu. Remember that. Sensei Hopkins, boom.
What would I eat every day if I could?
You? Cheese and crackers?
I would love to eat cheese and crackers. I really, really miss cheese.
You know what? I take that back. Pizza. This girl loves pizza.
And there's really good veggie pizza out there.
I've never seen somebody just do a 180. Then when, you know, worst thing in the world could like happen, and then you put a pizza in front of her face, and then it smiles.
What would you eat every day? Cottage cheese? Maybe you like really like cottage cheese. What is my favorite cereal?
Okay. Your favorite cereal? God, that's a difficult one. We're not big cereal
We
eaters.
haven't like eaten cereal in a long time, but I really love almond milk. This is a very good vegan thing. I love almond milk, and there's this vegan cereal that's like chocolate. It's called Mom's Best, and it's like really good cereal. What is my favorite music?
Oh, her? Oh my gosh. Beyonce. by far.
Beyonce?
I'm just kidding. I don't know.
The Spice Girls.
Oh, Spice. Yeah.
What's his favorite music? But my favorite band is the Spice Girls.
Stop right now.
Thank you very much.
We gotta stop right there. We don't have the rights.
Okay. What is my favorite sports team?
That's funny. I would say the
Puppy Bowl and Kitty Bowl at the Super Bowls.
There you go.
Does that count? Puppy Bowl and Kitty Bowl?
I mean, maybe.
I love Puppy Bowl and Kitty Bowl. I'm gonna say the Seahawks for Dave, but we don't really care about sports. It's not really our thing. What is my eye color?
Hazel.
Baby blue.
Mm-hmm.
Who is my best friend?
Well, other than ourselves or me, which obviously, if you're gonna, have love in your life, they want to be your best friend. Other than that, your best friend's Gian. No, I take that back. It depends on what state you're in. If you're in California, it's Gian.
I have a lot of best friends.
She's got a lot of best friends. But if you're in, If you're in Boston, there's probably 8 different best friends.
I know. I have so many best friends.
Very difficult.
Live in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Shout out to all my best friends
Julie,
from Massachusetts.
Amy, Allie, everybody. Bridget, Chris. Oh my God.
There's so many best friends I have from Massachusetts.
Yeah.
But in LA, I would say Gian and Amber.
Oh, definitely.
My BFs. Yours is definitely Clive, Porter.
There you go.
Clive and Porter.
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I think once you reach a certain age, you're.
Don't try to make it be like, oh, I only have 2 best friends. The fact that you have 2 best friends are really important, and the fact that those 2 best friends are married and each have multiple children. It's hard to keep relations with people as you get older. All of my best friends that I just mentioned that were in Boston, because I'm younger than Dave. None of them are married. None of them have kids. It's easier to stay in contact with people that can go out and party with you.
Yeah, because we can go visit Boston.
Oh, and I mean, you have Mac, and you have Matt, and you have Jim, and you have Catlin. He has a lot of really good friends live out here too. Yeah.
We also have super fast internet here, so it fills any voids.
What is something you do that I wish you didn't?
God, there's so many that you wish I didn't do.
Well, what's something you wish I didn't do? I have a really good one.
Okay, I think if you could just never say, how does this look? Ever again.
Really? That bothers you?
Well, it doesn't bother me. It's just I feel like you're beautiful and you look amazing in everything.
Aw, thank you.
Yeah, so it's silly to me that you need my reassurance. Plus, I feel like I'm not necessarily, I'm colorblind sometimes, and you'll ask me something and I don't know. I honestly can't notice the difference or whatever.
So Dave does this thing that when he is concentrating really hard, but he's also kind of upset, he'll lock his jaw and it will make this noise. Really, it'll make a noise and be arr, arr. I can't, that's not the sound. I can't do the sound, but it's a popping. So he'll do this weird jaw thing, and I can hear it popping, so I know he's grinding his the back of his jaw, and and I'm like, honey, are you okay? He's yeah, everything's fine. And he's doing something, so I know that he's upset and I know something's bothering him, but he won't admit that something's bothering him, and he'll his jaw will keep locking.
I'm sure my dentist would agree with you.
Also, Dave breathes very heavy. And if I ever have, I can't even tell you how many times that Dave has filmed something for me. I filmed this vlog where I was putting coconut oil on my hair 6 times. Not 6, I think it was twice. But I couldn't use any of the footage because Dave was breathing so heavy.
All you could hear was that's a great take, hon.
It sounded like I was being raped, and there was this rapist following me. I don't know.
I've done that my whole life too. I remember growing up and being a kid and just eating very loud and breathing very loud, and my friends would be could you just keep it down a little bit? A little bit.
Where am I from?
Beantown.
I'm from Massachusetts. Dave is from Seattle. What kind of cake would you bake for me on my birthday?
Okay, well, the answer to this appeared in a picture that you showed me last night in a magazine. I would bake you a jelly donut cake shaped like a heart.
All right.
First, I would bake one to practice on and eat it and make sure it's good. Then perfect it, and then I would make you one.
Speaking of cakes, on my golden birthday, Dave got me a cake that was like the most expensive and pretty and amazing cake, and I designed it. Like I was like, I want one tier to be to look like Louis Vuitton, and I want this other tier to look like my dog's playing, and I want this other tier to be, you know, like rainbows and hearts, and I want this, and it was the most beautiful and amazing cake, and it was such a wonderful birthday.
Oh my God.
So
some other time we'll talk about having to drive the cake from Inglewood to the venue.
Yeah.
Because
it was just
5 miles per hour.
It was so, we had like the the hazard lights on, and I was
She's like hovering over it. Just
I was like hovering the cake, and I was like,
slow down.
Stop. And then I would look back, and he would be going so slow, and I'm like, why does it seem like it's so much faster?
Oh my God. From Inglewood to West Hollywood at 5 miles per hour, like at 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
What would I make for you for a cake? Carrot cake or ice cream cake?
Ice cream cake. And where do you store the ice cream cake?
In the freezer, not the refrigerator, because I made that mistake last year on his birthday. Do I play any sports?
I mean, she's working out. Like she does exercise classes. She was doing this really hardcore one down the street for a while. And and she's an amazing cyclist.
Thank you. Dave does not play any sports now, but he used to play football. And now he rollerblades and he bicycles and stuff. I used to play lacrosse in high school, if that helps. What can I spend hours doing?
You can go on to lynda.com and spend hours learning.
No, but actually, what do I spend hours doing?
Oh, what do you? Oh, I thought. I'm sorry. I thought people out there were asking like, what can you spend hours doing? I was like, oh, there's an option.
No.
What can you spend hours doing? Oh my God, just shopping, looking. Oh my God, just sitting like on Amazon.com, just putting stuff in her cart. And figuring out like the deals and like calculating stuff, like oh my God.
Just shopping in general. I mean, I love going to malls. I just love shopping.
Yeah, she didn't know that Memorial Day weekend was like a big weekend for sales.
Because I was always drunk
so
out
was,
with
like,
my
drunk
friends,
somewhere,
like on like some girls' weekend.
Oh my God,
I got a lot of good stuff.
All night, yeah.
Okay, what is something you can spend hours doing? I would have to say. I don't know. What is something you can spend hours doing?
Working?
Yeah, I was trying to say something that wasn't working.
You know, I don't know. That's kind of funny because I feel like...
You know what it is? I got it. I have it. Dave Beresford, you can spend hours listening to people talk and, like, you can just nod your head and you really are just zoned out, which is kind of a good thing because then it's like you can actually deal with a lot of people.
Yeah. If you count the amount of times during this video that I've just gone like this and drink, you would be drunk.
Okay, if I could live anywhere, where would it be? And this is the final question.
Okay, final question. If she could live anywhere where she would... Okay, tropical island.
Really? If I could live anywhere, you think I'd live on a tropical island?
Absolutely.
Okay, now I really want you to think about this. If I could live... Maybe not live, I guess. I don't know, maybe you're right. Maybe if I was going to live somewhere forever, maybe a tropical island. Because you know that I've always wanted to go to Japan, and I would love.
You would, yeah. I feel like, but that's that's visiting or.
I'd love to live there for maybe a few years. I would love to go to Japan more than anywhere. I want to go to the cat, I want to go to the Cat and Owl cafes. I want to go shopping. I want to go to the. I just want to do so much in Japan. If you could live anywhere for the rest of your life, or just live anywhere, where would it be?
I'm just happy to be out of my parents' basement.
Shut up. He's never lived in his parents' basement. Where would you live? On that island with me?
That'd be true. Gotta have plenty of AC and fans.
Oh yeah, you probably wouldn't like that because you don't like to sweat.
No, but it would be worth it as long as we had a pool nearby. I
Yeah.
love to swim more than anything.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Like a fish.
Like a fish. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching my boyfriend tag. Dave, thank you so much for being here for this video. If you guys liked this, please thumbs up this video. If you want to leave any comments or questions, please leave them below. If you liked having Dave on this and you want to see him on other videos, please leave that in the comments as well. I love you guys. Have an amazing day. Bye.
Keep waiting. 3, 2, 1.